some very specific information there, but it looks like we are looking at that right now. That could be him live on our screen. It does appear to be. That is that overhead shot out of Pennsylvania. So this has been going on for 2 weeks. Of course, he is a convicted murderer, actually convicted of murdering, I believe it was his girlfriend, stabbed multiple times, a really brutal murder, but also wanted for homicide out of Brazil. So pretty interesting there. But as we saw in that video, he was able to escape a state prison, actually sort of scaling the wall in a very unique way, and was able to get out that way, has been on the run, making his way through the woods, actually getting to some people's garages, one garage, in fact, where he was alleged to have found a rifle, a .22 caliber rifle, with a scope and a flashlight on that. So that homeowner, though, did take, I believe I read this morning, around 7 shots at him as he was going away, but clearly did not get hit. He continued on the run, and that manhunt continued as police set up that perimeter in the area around Chester County and that neck of the woods in Pennsylvania. And now, as of today, just in a few minutes ago, this was just announced. Actually, at 8:25 a.m. is when this was posted to Twitter, what I had read earlier from the Pennsylvania State Police, that Denelo Cavalcante, the 34-year-old that escaped prison, a convicted murderer, you see him right there. He is now in cuffs for homicide out of Brazil and was on the run for several days after escaping state prison. You see right there, police throwing him in the back of that vehicle. He is now captured and off the streets. And earlier we saw them doing kind of a photo op with him, just celebrating their capture. And I said something about he didn't appear to be injured, but just a bit ago they zoomed in on him and you could actually see the top of his head was bleeding. So not sure what went on there, but this just happened in about the past, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes or so. Actually, you can see him right there sitting on the side or inside that vehicle there. So look at the sheer amount of police it took to make this happen. This was a huge search. It went on for about 2 weeks. And that 34-year-old man, again, that being Danelo Cavalcante, is now in cuffs once again, back in custody and off the streets. And a lot of people in Pennsylvania, in the Chester County area, can rest easy tonight, knowing he won't be on the prowl. Now, he made his way into some onto people's property. He was captured by some trail cameras, I believe. Actually got into somebody's garage and ended up getting a .22 caliber rifle. Looks like right now they're cutting his shirt off, might be looking to see if he's got any wounds or anything of that nature, kind of inspecting him before they take him back off to jail. But again, going back to what I was saying, he had gotten into somebody's garage and actually got a hold of a .22 caliber rifle and then ended up taking off. And I had read this morning that that homeowner was able to fire around 7 shots at him as he was on the run, but did not get hit, as far as we know at this point anyway. But he continued on the run. And now, as of this morning, he is off the streets. So a very dangerous person now back in police custody. So I want to go back to a post I was looking at here. So it was 8:25 this morning when the Pennsylvania State Police posted this to their Twitter, just saying a press conference announcing the details of the capture of Danelo Cavalcante is scheduled for 9:30 a.m. at the Pomar Lynn Fire Company, firehouse there in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, if you're familiar with that area. And right now we're looking again at a live look here at a chopper up in the air, watching this all go down. Looks like they're putting a different set of cuffs on him after they kind of, looks like they checked him for injuries. But like I said earlier, they did zoom in on the top of his head, and you could see that he was actually bleeding from the top of his head. So we don't know how that happened and how this all went down exactly, but this is a very fluid and active situation. Well, it's not active in terms of it being escaped anymore, but active in terms of where do things go from here and how did this all happen.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Danelo Cavalcante is in custody. There he was.